It's a new day and we are traveling through the Colorado Rockies today. There's just a little taste of what we're heading towards. I don't know what interests anyone out there, but I know what interests me, so sometimes you gotta put up with my stuff. We're about 8,000 feet up altitude-wise, so this would be a high mountain meadow where I'm guessing this is a cattle ranch. I don't see any cattle, but there was a stockade and the gates and there's fencing all along here. And sometimes, and if we get lucky, maybe we'll see something. I've run across like small trailers that people live in while they are tending to sheep. So they have flocks of sheep and they spend their summers living out of these little trailers. And maybe we'll see something like that. We're still working our way up. We're at 8,000 feet and slowly working our way up through the mountains, the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. All right, I just came through Wilkinson Pass. Pass is like a lower part of the way to get across the mountains. And the elevation was 9,500 feet. Coming up to a construction zone here, but this is a pretty nice view coming off this. Of course, they put up fencing. There you go. Well, it comes traffic the other way. All right, so here's that view again. I have some construction vehicles involved in front of us. Now this is what I'm looking at out the windshield. Still in the mountains, just a, I don't know, plateau. Something. Stay with it till we get over this rise and see what it looks like. It's really pretty cool. Nice views all around. Mountains on that side. If you don't like neighbors, this might be a place for you. There is this house, and they have 2 or 3 campers there, and nothing else. Just wide open, nothing else. Now on this side, there's another place. I'd say we're doing 65 miles an hour, so I don't know, half a mile. There's another one, just sitting out there. Nothing else around. That place you can run around naked in your yard, no one will ever know. Up in the haze up ahead, don't know if you can see it or not. Some taller mountains. We're heading that way. All right, on US Highway 24, coming down into, I'm not sure if it's a valley or a hole, but it's certainly surrounded by mountains. And on the west side, there's some pretty spectacular looking mountains. Which we are, I think, heading towards. That's just a pretty magnificent view right there. A little hazy. I'm going to stop at some point and put on a polarizing filter, see if that helps. Coming down into some town. Imagine what it must be like living in this town and just waking up in the morning and looking out at this. Sitting on your front porch looking out at this. I mean, it's not just that one. It goes over there. There's mountains over there. Hazy in that direction. More so. Just pretty spectacular. So, we got a sign that tells us the pass we're going to take is open. Which means it gets shut down by snow a lot, in the winter at least. It's August 30th. And it's not uncommon to have nighttime snow around here, even in August, but it's open, so we're going for it. Some house is sitting up on a ridge with an overlook. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? That's what you look at. A beautiful lake and mountains. Oh my gosh. There's some more of them sitting up on the ridge up ahead. Just looking out at that every day. Every day. I wonder if you take it for granted after a while. Just driving along on this mountain road, which I absolutely love. Oh, there's a lot of bushes to my left. There's also a creek running right alongside me. This to me is pure driving bliss. Mountain road, all kinds of curves, following water, creek, river. I don't know what it's considered here. Saw some antelope, or a couple antelope earlier. Also saw a sign for bighorn sheep, but the sign was all I saw as far as bighorn sheep are concerned. See what I'm looking at out my side window. I'm sorry, this is probably pretty bouncy when you watch the video. That's even worse. I'm in a national forest, so there's all kinds of hiking and trails and stuff. Got a microphone on now. I'm hoping it's working so you can hear me and not just the wind. I'll check that out when I download this to see if my newest contraption is working. Alright, we'll come back on when we get farther into this. Here you have a view of a spot that was wiped out by an avalanche. Came down, took out all the trees, left the side of the mountain bare, passed a couple others. I don't want to say just another mountain because they're all pretty spectacular. This one looks like it's had lots of avalanche activity. Pretty barren on the sides. There's some trees growing in some spots, but there's a lot of stuff that's just rock. We are climbing. That's the road I was on down there. Had our first switchback, which I did not share with you. I'll get you a switchback or two if I can. They do require a certain type of steering, so it's kind of tough to use the camera and get the switchback, but I'll do my best. Solid rock wall on the other side. So this is what I'm driving along. Rock wall. Few 100-foot drop. See the stream down there? Like I said, it's late August, it's almost September, so most of the snow that's going to melt has melted, so the rivers are running a little light. This is where we're heading, somewhere up in all that. Alright, here comes the switchback. They give the curve signs to people coming down the hill because they figure uphill you can just let off the gas and make your correction. Going down the hill it's a little tougher. Still climbing. Look for the elevation when we get to the top. Alright, here I am at the top of Independence Pass, which is also the Continental Divide. Elevation 12,095 feet. I'm out of breath. And I didn't walk but from over there. For those of you not familiar, Continental Divide means that on this spot, all water east of this spot flows to the Atlantic, and all water west of this spot flows to the Pacific. Nice little parking area. That's the direction we're going. Just another avalanche section right there. And here's some, I don't know what the heck that was. I'm guessing this was one that was a while ago and it started regrowing. The trees have started regrowing. And you can just see how the avalanches come down and clear a path. Alright, this is the town of Aspen, Colorado. Never been here before, but Aspen is known for its ski slopes. I've got a bunch off to my left. I'll see if we can spot some up there. So it's a pretty good sized town. And pretty busy on this late summer day on a Monday. Here's their local newspaper, the Aspen Times, established 1881. Doesn't appear to be a very large operation. People eating. A bigger town than I thought, but that's okay. Once again, there's some ski slopes. Could be the same ones we were looking at before. I'm sure there's some other spots around here. I just don't know where. Just riding along down a different road now. I'm on roads today I've never been on before, and I'm loving a lot of it, man. I could do without the big towns, but I guess that's part of being out here. Right now I'm in ranch country. There's cattle ranch on both sides of the road. But they don't extend out real far. You'll notice we're driving through a valley or a hole or something. I don't know. I don't know what the differences are. Just like I don't know the difference between a river and a stream. So, more mountains. They just keep on coming. And I keep on liking it. A little hazy ahead. Really nice road so far. No, one that was kind of rough. Other than that, they take care of their roads here. And they must have some pretty intense winters up here in the mountains. And just passing through another section. The obligatory river on the side of the road. Some pretty tall stuff around me on all sides. Sorry, that might have been a sideways shot. That could be a little disconcerting. I've been seeing signs for caution, mud on the road. So, I don't know what that's about. But we'll keep looking. Alright, we're coming up on something. This is the second one of these I've seen. I'm in, I don't know. I have no clue where I am. So I don't know why I'm trying to talk about it. This is a massive coal mining place. I'm not sure exactly what goes on, but the other one I passed is, whoa, I don't know if I just killed some little critter. Had a massive pile of coal going on. I don't know what you can see up there. The other one was better. I wish I had grabbed the other one. As you can see, we're still on a curvy road, not super windy. Still got a ways to go. I'll see if I can find a better coal mine if there's another one. Alright, I'm coming down into another valley. This is the view I have right now. That's in front of me. You can see it goes off to the side. You kind of got to watch this. You just keep going downhill and you're not paying attention. Next thing you know, you're doing 70 miles an hour on this road, which is what I'm doing. So, still part of the Rockies. I've been on the road for hundreds of miles today, and I've enjoyed every bit of it. Coming to a town of Mesa. I'm gonna post the map of what I did today, the roads I went on today, just so you can have an idea. Alright, I am on Interstate 70 West, literally because there's no other road to get to where I'm going, so I'm on the interstate for 20 minutes. This is the Colorado River down here, if you're not familiar with the Colorado River, just crossing under the bridge. The Colorado River is the river that formed the Grand Canyon, runs through the Grand Canyon. River that is dammed up at Hoover Dam, if you've ever been to Hoover Dam, or Glen Canyon Dam. It forms Lake Powell. The Hoover Dam forms Lake Mead. And actually we'll be seeing both of those later on this trip, as I keep bouncing around. Just a whole different type of interstate here than what we're used to back in New England. I apologize for the coughing. Oh. Speed limit is now up to 75. Alright, I guess that means we'll be putting the camera down and driving the vehicle. Like I said in my video for the Colorado roads, I would show you the route I took. And this is it. I started over here in Colorado Springs and just came across. You saw a lot of the road. It is 344 miles and 7 hours and 22 minutes if you don't stop.